like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried. I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy. I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up. It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems. Let me. When up in a bitch magic. With the gang, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Well, Coach, it is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the set. Spy 56. That's the run. Let's go.
And his first look is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Game situation. Let's go. Ready.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got him. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
2nd and 6. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
56 to Mike.
64.
On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 4. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check.
Now Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey, echo.
56.
Recon, 132 fighter.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run now with Dillon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
18 Gator.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Take 4. Take 4.
This is Breida. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yep.
56 to Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script play.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play.
Come on, set.
Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
General West.
54. Man, that's trash.
Go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
Ready?
Now to the air. Block. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Locke taking the snap and 1. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
2nd and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
We go. 90 Wolf.
56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Snap.
They'll try to run with Breida. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only second down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up third down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Locke, able to get this to Gordon. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. And he's going to keep it here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
56.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
56.
Hey, zoom.
Check 56. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. 56.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Locke again here on second and 10. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Topper!
Check 49.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Get in the weight room. You gonna get it.
On second down, a run with Breida. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, Orbit.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
56. Pick me up. Here we go.
Set. Go.
Here's Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set up. 60 or.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, Locke. And Diggs has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes it to Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
X3, 218, chopper.
Check. Lucky.
Ready.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Check it out, Reed.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit... Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
60 outlaw. 52's the mic. We own them. We own them.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ready. Ken Lobo.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Go. Snap.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
52, come on.
6-6. Pull it high.
Hey, alert 3. Big ass. Kill. Check 9.
Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Okay, ready?
56. Check 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Bang, bang.
80 weapons.
Bang, bang. Hey, check.
Hard.
Switch.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 25 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
30 base. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Breida, he'll try the right side. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
56. It's our time. It's our time.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 22-yard line.
On the ready.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
49ers 17.
Here we go. 60-or. Let's go.
Second and 2. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Let's get it.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Look at me. Go. Pilot, 64, weak.
Check.
You're out.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the
See Griffin.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Hey, Sam off.
On first down, Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
Hey, lock it. I'm coming after you. Keep that.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
60 Pittsburgh.
First and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Catch is made by Hurd. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll drop the throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.